Yo, what's up? This is Robert DeLong, and you're watching the greatest site in the world, AMBY.
Hey folks, it's Alicia from AMBY. I'd like to welcome you to an interview with Robert DeLong. How are ya?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. The last time we spoke was about a year back via phone, so it's so lovely to be sitting in person, finally being able to do this.
Lovely to have you. Or you having me, rather. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
So tonight is the first night of this North American tour you're kicking off. Do you get a little bit nervous, or what goes on there?
I think the only thing I'm nervous for is, making sure all my gizmos and stuff work right on stage. We've had lots of rehearsals and stuff, so I'm comfortable. I'm just excited to play new tunes for people.
Nice.
So yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to get to the new tunes momentarily, but for what's to come, are there any cities in particular you look forward to visiting or going to the most?
Obviously every show is different and fun in its own way, but I'm definitely excited to go to Albany again because that was kind of the first place that ever played me on the radio and kind of really my first fan base besides the West Coast. So it's always fun to go back there. It's a crazy party. But yeah, looking forward to every city. It's going to be amazing. There's some crazy cities in the Midwest you'd never think are so fun,
Yeah. And tonight you have Steph from Brave Shores joining you on stage.
Right, yeah.
Interviewed them back in the summertime at Way Home. They are just an awesome, awesome group. How did that come together, both of you being on stage together?
Honestly, for all the shows on this tour, we're trying to find female vocalists that are in, kind of cool, bands, local bands to the area to come and sing. I have a couple tunes from the record that feature female vocalists, and I feel pretty silly singing the parts myself. So it's lovely to have somebody like Steph, who's a great singer and has got a cool group. So yeah.
I was going to kind of ask if you were a Taylor Swift in it this whole tour, but that definitely answered my question. When you are playing live, you're drumming, you're singing, you're of course using the controllers and joysticks on stage. I was curious, how do you kind of balance all those things? Did it take a long time for you to get it all under wraps and under control?
Yeah, it's just kind of slowly evolved. It didn't start out with just, originally it was just me and a couple controllers or something like that, and so it's just kind of grown into this thing. And I think as a percussionist, you have to handle a lot of different things all at once. You're hitting one drum and then you're running across the stage and hitting a different drum, when you're doing like classical stuff. So that was kind of, how I got in the headspace for it. But it's a lot of stuff, that's for sure.
Like how many times stuff was used in that sentence?
Right.
Yeah. Lots of stuff. I was speaking with Banners yesterday, and he saw you the other day playing. It was some kind of I think it was an Apple showcase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was telling me how he was just like absolutely captivated by what you were doing and how you're doing so many different things on stage. And so I was curious as to you, for people you've seen in the past, have you ever walked away from a concert kind of just captivated by what that person was doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of concerts. I like so many different types of music. I go out and see a lot of more honestly rock and folk shows than anything. And I'm trying to think of the last show that I thought was really like compelling. I don't know. I see a lot of shows, and a lot of shows are pretty cool. But actually, recently I saw Jamie XX, and pretty simple show as far as he's just DJing up there. But the tunes are so cool, and his selection is so cool, and the vibe is right. That was probably the most interesting thing I've seen in a while.
Well, I know that in the cards, we of course have to discuss the latest record release. I heard it was around 18 months in the making.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that and why it took 18 months and kind of what went on there.
Yeah, totally. I was on the road for, I'd say 90% of the recording process. So, I'd work up some ideas on my computer, and then I'd come home and either get together in a writing session or work on my own to finish a tune, and then hit the road again. And when I was on the road, I'd kind of sift through the material I had. And so it was just kind of a slow, kind of winding process like that. But yeah, no, I was excited. I'm just excited to get some new music out there. I've been, my first record came out 3 years ago, but that record was written over the course of 5 or 6 years, so those tunes are almost 8 years old, some of them to me now.
So 18 months must have felt like nothing.
Yeah, right. So yeah, no, it's fun. It's really cool to be able to start playing them live and getting to see how people react to it.
Yeah, being that some of the songs were written on the road, were any inspired by specific tour experiences you had?
A little bit here and there. The record itself is a lot of more than I ever have. It's kind of in invented scenarios, imagining different people in different life circumstances. Certainly, stuff from the last EP, like Isabel Street, was definitely inspired by being on the road, and Pass Out, just talking about the insomnia that comes with the road, certainly. But yeah.
Nice. Well, one thing I want to bring up is how I read somewhere that you have, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Mario Kart bed sheets, is that still
I do. I do have Mario Kart
Okay,
bed
that
sheets.
is very cool.
It is. I don't get to use them very often. We're only home, probably in the last year we've been home maybe an accumulative month, but yeah, I do get to use them, and it's
That
always
is
great.
awesome.
And I will play Mario Kart in my Mario Kart bed sheets.
Yeah?
I'm not above that. So.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite Mario Kart character that you like your go-to that you want to use?
I love Bowser. Yeah, Bowser's my dog.
Yeah. See, I've tried playing as Bowser. I've always been Peach. Like ever since I was little, I always wanted to be play as Peach. Bowser's like a slow cart for me.
See, I like the heavy characters because it's hard for me to turn. You know what I mean? I feel like I just turn too fast, so I
Yeah.
need somebody that moves the speed of my brain, I guess.
That is great. Just outside of the fact of the Mario Kart sheets and playing it a lot, what's another cool tidbit or maybe nerdy fact you could share about yourself with our viewers who will be watching?
Sure. I mean, I'm a huge Trekkie fan. I mean, I mean, obviously, I'm a next generation guy because that was what I was born and raised with. But I'll get down with some DS9 as well and some original series. So.
Cool. To wrap everything up for our fans or your fans who will be viewing the interview today, is there anything you want to shout out or say to all of them?
Just buy the record or download it for free or do whatever you want. Listen to the record. It's good. Come to my shows. See you in the future. Enjoy yourself,
Awesome. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. And remember, everyone viewing, you can visit us at amusicblog.com for all sorts of interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite artist. See you next time.